What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? It's your boy Big Low Country. Hope that everybody out here is doing great tonight. Feeling good, feeling great. Feeling great. How are you? Definitely appreciate everybody for coming on and chilling out with us. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that just loves to sit around and talk about sports. Loves to sit around and talk about sports. Now we got to do a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, if this is your first time coming on to chill out with us, much love to you. Thank you so much for chilling out with us tonight. Also, if you're watching this show after it's streamed already, make sure that you put a what in the world Bo in the comments. If you did that for me, I'd definitely be glad. I promise you I'll dance at your wedding one day. Definitely. Now, let me go ahead and show some love. Show love to the people that's showing love to me. Definitely. Nate Bill says, what's going on, coach? I'm back. I miss you. A couple videos. I miss. Look, man. I've been busy, but I'm glad that I'm back. Well, I'm definitely glad that you're back, Coach. Dexter Vlash, much love to you. Says, what in the world, Bo? Coach Roney, coaching staff, what's going on? Much love to you, my family. They Bill asked what we got going on today. So, it's that time. I think that, it's about time that we do a mock draft. Everybody, Ty McShay, Mel Kiper, everybody and their mama been doing mock drafts. I said, you know what? I think it's about time for us to go ahead and do one. Definitely. Grand Dodger says, yo, Coach Big Low Country, what it is, where you be at, who you be with, things to make you smile, what numbers to dial. What's going on, Coach? I hope that you're doing good, man. Sean, the RC mechanic, is in here. Much love to you, Bo. Definitely. Nah, no hat today, Coach. No hat today. Charles B, what's going on, Coach? I hope that you're doing good. Todd is in here, Coach. Tell us your best Calvin Ridley story. He got a bunch of stories. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Bo. There's legitimately no telling. There's legitimately no telling. And Coach Ronnie's in here. Look. Think about Ronnie. She's a sweet old girl. Sweet old girl. Gotta love Coach Ronnie. So, as y'all know, I don't know if y'all seen the thumbnail. We said that we're going to come on tonight and we're going to do a mock draft. Right? We're going to do a mock draft. And also, I do need y'all to make sure, since this is our first mock draft of the season, of the off season, I need you to do a country boy a favor. Make sure that you share this with your friends and family, because I know everybody wants to know what's going on, who I'm thinking we might get, and we're just going to look at some scenarios to see how everything unfolds. So make sure that you share the channel with other Falcons fans or football fans or just fans of football in general. Definitely, man, definitely. So let's see here. Grand Dodger says they want to mock the Big Low. Be careful. Oh man, you never know, man. You never know. Malik says, I've been waiting on your mock draft. I hope we agree on a lot of things. So look, Coach, that's the beautiful thing about it. There's so many different scenarios that we can have. It's going to be interesting to see how everything unfolds, right? It's going to be interesting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do what y'all came here for. We're going to kind of look and see what we got going on here. Coach Ronnie, can you see that well? Okay, perfect. Huh? Oh, you want me to zoom it in a little bit? Let's see what we got here. All right. How's that, Coach Ronnie? All right. Perfect. So, like I said, we're gonna do our first mock draft. See what we got going on. Now, Ty, he says on the 8th pick, the Falcons pick out of Alcorn State, Ron Iceman. Hey, we gonna see. It all depends on how everything falls. Retro G, what's going on, family? Hope that you're doing good today, man. It's hump day. So they say hump day, after lunch on hump day, it's all downhill from there. So we're going to be drafting for the Atlanta Falcons this time around, right? We're going to be drafting for the Falcons. And, we're just going to be looking at what everybody else in the league is doing. We're going to look at everybody else draft capital, see who has a lot of picks, see who don't have a lot of picks, and just kind of see what everybody's needs are. We're going to look at our needs and just going to see what's the best way we can attack this draft. Now, so this is my second off season on YouTube. Last year we did a few different scenarios, right? This season, I think, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at it from a few different perspectives and, just kind of see see what we got going on. So let's go ahead. We're going to do this for 7 rounds. And because we're going to do the real deal. Full thing, baby. Real deal, Holyfield. Redrick Young, what in the world, boy? What's going on with your fam? Hope that you're doing good. Granddaughter said, oh no, I thought you were drafting for what? You don't want to see me draft for the Saints, Bo. You don't want to see that. Ain't no telling who I'm gonna pick up. I'll probably get them Pee Wee Herman or somebody. Ain't no telling. Oh man. Now, of course, I had to come in here to do a little bit of pre-planning before I started this draft. And as I was looking at everybody's needs, this is the biggest thing. This is what stood out to me, guys. The Houston Texans, they need every position. They need every position on the Houston Texans. So, as you can see, the Falcons, they need help at wide receiver, guard, center, that interior offensive line. They also need help at defensive line and cornerback, right? I think one big piece that they're missing on here is edge. We definitely need help at edge as well. That's definitely going to be important. Richard G, he says, with the 8th pick in the 2022 draft, crowd boos Goodell. Atlanta Falcons select Gardner, cornerback out of Cincinnati. Whoa, man. Whoa. I ain't gonna lie to you. That'd definitely be a good look. How big is that kid? Like 6'3", 6'2"? They said he didn't allow a touchdown pass all season long. That sounds like Coach Roney kind of play. Molly Miles says, Big Low, all y'all draft picks will be sad. Well, hey, if that's the case, then I hate to see how those Saints picks gonna be looking. If we sad, then y'all gonna be mad because it's gonna be one of those cases where we're gonna continue our dominance over the Saints this year. So, just looking, the Jaguars, they got that first pick, and I see here they got 11 picks this season. Looks like they made a lot of trades. Just looking at a few other teams that, moving forward.
Jaguars got the first pick.
Yeah, Jaguars got the first pick again.
Oh,
again.
Wow.
Yes. It's interesting to see what direction they go in. I would think they would get a left tackle, but there's legitimately no telling. The Lions, and if you look at the teams on this side and look at our team over here, the Lions, they got 10 picks, and the thing about them is they got 3 of the top 35 picks. They got 3 compensatory picks, and the Lions, I think they're on the uptick. Look at the Houston Texans. I'm pretty sure they're going to be getting some more picks after that Deshaun Watson trade, if that trade does finally go down. But they don't have an exorbitant amount of picks right now. The Jets, this is one team that I was kind of looking at to see what they might do. They got 2 picks in the top 10. So, that's definitely going to be interesting. Let's see here. I always like to look at the divisional rivals, the Panthers. Oh my goodness. Woo! I see why Rashad and Dave looking so sad now. So they got their first pick, which is the 6th overall pick. Their second pick is the 105th pick. That's what's that? The 4th round?
Oh,
I think.
My gosh,
I think that might be.
All the way for that quarterback for Sam Darnold.
Yeah. A lot of it went for Sam Darnold.
God.
Then the next pick is the 142nd pick.
Oh my God.
And the crazy thing is both of those picks aren't even their picks. Those are picks that they got traded to them.
Oh.
Their next pick that they actually own is the 147th pick.
Oh my God. They got screwed in that deal.
Yes.
Oh.
Somebody put them over a barrel of that deal.
That's why they were protesting.
That's why they were protesting. I got to check out Molly Mall and them Saints, see what they looking like. So, okay, got the 18th, 50th pick. And then they got 2 compensatory picks, 97th and 98th, back to back. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They got 8 picks. And let me see what them Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking like. Okay, they got 7 picks. Looks like they really hadn't traded for anything. So, I mean, there's not really too many teams that have like a wealth of picks this season, like we've seen in the past. Now, the team that I think that really has the most the most draft capital are the Philadelphia Eagles. They have the 15th, 16th, 19th pick, and then they got the 51st and 83rd. So I mean, they could definitely make some moves. I could definitely see them trading some of those picks to get a superstar that can help them now. I'm hoping that's Calvin Ridley. I'm hoping that's the case. Also, the New York Giants, they have 2 of the top 10 picks. They have the 5th and the 7th pick. They got a pick from the Chicago Bears. So, they could definitely do something with that. And I don't know if you heard about this, Coach Roney, but Saquon Barkley, they're saying that they might be shopping them. They might be trying to trade Saquon Barkley away. So that could be a pretty big deal right there. Let's see here. Now, moving forward, is my screen clear, Coach Ron?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so moving forward, let's go ahead and start this draft to see what we got going on. And I want to see what everybody else does, with those first picks. So that first pick, as expected, I see that the Jaguars, they took Aiden Hutchinson, right? Because like I said, they almost like the Houston Texans. They need everybody. they need everybody. With the second pick, the Lions, they took Stingley. And the thing about him, I don't know if y'all that familiar with him. It's one of those cases where he's great cornerback, had a great freshman season, but the only issue with him is he has a history of injuries. So that's definitely a big deal. Kyle Hamilton ended up going to the Texans. They need everything. Kyle Hamilton, he's a Swiss Army knife. He could do it all. Kayvon Thibodeau, man, I really like that kid. He went to the Jets. Thing about Kayvon Thibodeau is that people say that he doesn't have that much of a motor. People say he gives up on plays. I would take him on my team, but I'm pretty sure Coach Roney would. Evan Neal, and Ekwonu and Cross, all tackles. They went with the next 3 picks. So Evan Neal and Cross, they both went to the Giants, right? So we know that the Giants are trying to shore up their offensive line, and then rightfully so. The Panthers took a tackle. They took a tackle because they needed one bad. They needed one bad. So now the question is, guys, who do the Falcons take with their first pick? The 8th overall pick, who do they take? I've seen a lot of names flying around, a lot of names flying on the board. Had a great conversation on the Spaces last night. I think my homeboy, I think it was JR and Toby on Pound for Pound. They were talking about Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State, talking about how talented of a player he is. A lot of people sleep on him. Think about him. He's 6 foot, and I know a lot of people, they go crazy over these big 6'2" and over wide receivers that run 4.3 40s. But think about this kid, he knows how to run every route in the route tree. Great kid. 4 broken tackles and only 3 catches for 71 yards. This man broke more tackles than passes he caught. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are going crazy on Todd McShay whenever he was suggesting that the Falcons draft Drake London, and I don't know if that's a good way to go. So wait a minute, Gator Country said, "Coach, it's official. It's not official. Brady has not officially retired." Okay, well, he ain't gonna be playing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hey, ATLGA Faithful, he said he would take Jermaine Johnson. So my thing is that I wanted, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, I want to help this defensive line, especially these edge rushers, since Dante Fowler has left. Right now, I want everybody to put in the comments who y'all think we should take with the 8th pick. You know, if you think we should take somebody, or if you think we should try to trade down, because I'm seeing here there's a few teams that would be interested in trading down, or would it be trading up to trade with us. Or the Baltimore Ravens, Philadelphia Eagles. You know, Baltimore Ravens had the 14th pick, Eagles had the 15th, and the Buffalo Bills. So I want y'all to put in the comments who y'all think we should take. Professional young boy. Unfortunately, Stingley, he's already off the board. So we can't really take him. So we still have. Yeah. Let's do a 1 or 2. So put a 1 in the comment if you feel like we should take somebody now. Put a 2 in the comment if you feel like we should trade back. You know, because it's one of those things. So all the offers that we're getting are saying, hey, you could trade back to the earliest, the 14th, with the Baltimore Ravens. No, that's all the offers that we're getting now. You got the Ravens, and you also got the Eagles at 15. I'm surprised that the Jets aren't on here. I'm definitely surprised that the Jets aren't on here. So, yeah, y'all let me know if y'all feel like we should go ahead and take somebody now, or if we should trade back. Millie Mills still saying let Calvin go. Oh man, let's see here. Grand Dodger, he says 2, trade down. ATLGA Faithful says 1, trade back if it's an option. Okay. Malik says he says he wants the sauce. He said he wants to get lost in the sauce. Sauce Gardner. Oh man, I'm seeing Sauce Gardner's name in here a lot. I tell you what, let's look at Ahmad Gardner and see what his just look at his scouting report. So some of his career highlights, Coach Roney, he's never allowed a touchdown. Never allowed a touchdown. Nobody's ever caught a touchdown on him. Only allowed 14 yards on 4 targets against Alabama in a college football semifinal. Man, okay. The scout says if you want a press play coverage guy with any regularity, this is your guy. So let's look at his stats here. So, this right here talks about his coverage grade, 87.2, which is very great. 50% completion rate, plays good in the run. Coverage grade, 87.2. You can't beat that. I mean, he looks like a slam dunk, right? You know, there was a few other people that came out the draft that looked like slam dunks, though. Akuta, Henderson, those guys look like slam dunks too. Let me see what everybody else's votes are. Dirty Bird says Sauce or trade back. Okay. Coach Roney says trade back. Professional young boy said take somebody now. He said they ready. Coach Bridges, he said go ahead and take somebody now. Okay, I thought 1 was to trade back. No. 1 is go ahead and take somebody now. 2 is to trade back. Oh, okay. ATLGA Faithful, he says trade back. Dexter Vlash says trade back. Ghost Pepper said he wants the sauce. He wants to get lost in the sauce. Okay. Dirty Bird, he says trade back. Nabil said, let's see the Buffalo Bills. Whatever they draft, I'll definitely go back and check on it for you, my brother. Retro G, he says, go ahead and take somebody now. Gator Country, he said, we need that left tackle out of Mississippi State. You right. He's a heck of a man. He's a heck of a man. Man, y'all know how I like to trade back, but man, this Sauce Gardner kid, he looks legit. I mean, he really looks legit. And you have somebody that you can pair with AJ Terrell for years to come. Yeah. Man, that's a good combination. Sauce Island. They don't got that much of a ring to it, Coach Roddy. Oh man. Just looking at his measurables here, it says 10 out of 10 on the frame, 10 out of 10 on the physicality. Like I said, he's 6'3", guys. 6'3". I believe he runs a 4.40, if I'm not mistaken. Some of the pros, he has a pterodactyl build. I've never heard such before. Has a pterodactyl build, massive wingspan for a corner, ends routes before they start, knows he can play bully ball. Built in the lab to play press coverage with tons of experience. Man, you can't beat that. Cons, though, we got to look at the cons. Tendency, he gets a little tall when flipping his hips. So basically what they're saying, guys, is, if he's backpedaling and, he has to pop them hips to the outside or to the inside, he'll pop up. The thing is that whenever, so you can make sure that you maintain that good direction, you want to stay low whenever you pop them hips. You pop to the inside or to the outside. If you pop up whenever you turn, that's how you get your jaws burnt off. Cons, they say speed is nothing special. Foot race isn't his game. So, if they're trying to stretch him out, that basically they're saying he's not the guy to put up against Tyreek Hill, right? Only a few games against top competition in his career.
So he's not fat. He's slow, but he's good.
I mean, the thing is, though, Coach Ron, is that a lot of the best cornerbacks in history haven't been, burners. Everybody's not a Deion Sanders. Darrelle Revis, the whole island reference that you're making, he wasn't the fastest guy, but he knew how to position his body and get between somebody else and the ball, right? So they're saying that he shades of Jimmy Smith. I don't know if y'all remember Jimmy Smith, the cornerback out of, I think he came out of Colorado, ended up getting drafted by the Ravens. He was a very talented cornerback. So with the 8th pick in the 2020 NFL draft, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Sauce Gardner. I look at everybody else on here. I definitely don't want a wide receiver in Drake London. George Karlaftis, I feel like there's a lot more talent left on the defensive line later in the draft. The only other guy that I would be considering taking is Tyler Lindenbaugh. And the only issue that I have with him is that he's a little bit light in the hips. He's 290. And these guys nowadays, they just throw people around. He's a good run blocker, and we've had great run blockers for a while, but they can't pass protect, right? I'm not even gonna say great run blockers. We've had good run blockers for a while. He's only allowed 1 sack this past season. He didn't allow any sacks last season and 1 sack in 2019. So he's only allowed 2 sacks his whole college career, right? But I don't know. I don't know if I would take him just now. He has that wrestling background. A lot of the great offensive linemen have good wrestling backgrounds, right? But Coach Ronnie, I'm feeling good about Sauce Gardner. What you think?
I like it.
You like it? Let's go. Let's go ahead and go with Sauce. Let's get lost in the sauce. Sauce Gardner. Oh man. All right. Okay, so we got our next pick in the draft. So let's go back. I promised my homeboy Nate Bill who the Bills were going to get, and they got Chris Olave, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. Look, he's definitely a talented kid. 6'1", 188. He's a little bit on the skinny side. He's gonna have to bulk up a little bit to play NFL ball, right? But he's definitely a talented player. I mean, those Ohio State wide receivers, they're normally legitimate. ATLJ Faithful said that Sauce Gardner, he runs like a 4.4, 4.5, which is not a slouch. I mean, that's legit speed. A lot of times it's a situation where you have to have that closing speed. Now, a lot of Falcons fans might be upset because he does have shades of Calvin Ridley. So I know a lot of y'all don't like that, but I think they're talking about him on the actual field. He's a little bit of a smaller guy. He's a little shifty. So I think that's what they're saying in that regard. Definitely. Look, I do need y'all to do a country boy a favor. Make sure that you hit that like button. You know, if you hit that like button for me, I promise you I'll dance at your wedding one day. Definitely. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Let them know that we're doing a live mock draft. You know, I'm not doing it and then posting it later. So make sure that you go ahead and hit that like button for me. In the words of my boy, homeboy Smitty, Sports Machine, help get our video out into the YouTube universe. Oh man, Grandizer says the problem with Lindenbaugh is that he has to play center only. He can't play guard, and at high level, he's a little bit too light. You need somebody versatile in that spot. And I mean, I've seen guys who went on to bulk up a little bit. They eat some peanut butter jelly sandwiches and ensure to put on that extra 10, 15 pounds. A lot of guys get that man weight. Thing is that guys on the offensive line, that in most cases, that's just who they are. Like they're not really they've been big all their life. It's kind of like your boy Big Low. I didn't put on no man weight. I just put on extra weight. But whenever I got, to that age, I didn't put on that additional man weight. So, I mean, he definitely could, but I'd be interested to see how it unfolds. Now, the question is, who do the Falcons go with their second pick, right? Now, I always like to look at the trades first. Tampa Bay, they're willing to offer trade. Their next pick is number 59. Of course, we're not colluding with the enemy, so we're not making that trade. Now, I did want to go back and see who they took. Let's see here. Okay, so they took Trevor Penning. I don't know why they would do that. Their offensive line is pretty set. Kenny Pickett went to the Titans. What in the world? Oh, they trying to move on from. Oh, Malik Willis went to the Steelers. Oh man, there's gonna be some sad Falcons fans out there in the world. Let's look at Malik Willis's. Let's look at his. Well, look at that cheesy grin on his face. Says career high 7 big time throws against Army. I mean, that don't really count. It was against Army, right? What in the world? Nobody care about Army. Oh man. He has a great deep grade for throwing the deep ball, though. You got to give that. No pressure grade 86.9. That deep ball grade is 96.8, which is probably one of the biggest reasons why the Falcons wouldn't take him, because it'll be one of those cases where they're trying not to. Go ahead, Coach Ronnie, because they're not trying to stretch the field out like that. Edward Jenkins says, I always try to follow you and Coach Ronnie are the best. By the way, I'm from Augusta. Okay. I always follow y'all. I just can't type fast. What in the world? Well, much love to you, Edward. I appreciate you for chilling out with us, my family. I hope everything is doing well out there in Augusta. Definitely. Malik Willis from the Liberty Flames went to Pittsburgh. Okay. Saints took Matt Corral. Okay. A lot of people talk about him. They say that he's the best quarterback as far as being a leader. They say he's the best leader. Millie Mills says, take a Bika Kitty, coach. Now look, it's hard for me, and I understand, because this kid, he's a beast. He's that edge rusher, 6'3", 256, right? They says that he has consistent production. It's hard to ignore, but he just doesn't have the tools to get NFL evaluators excited. So they talk about he don't have the tools, but the thing is that, look, if he's up here in the second round, he must be some sort of athlete. Has to be. They said in high school, he had 3 touchdowns as a wide receiver. Man, that's a big wide receiver. All right, so thing about him, like I said, he's 6'3", 256. And let's see here. Last season, he had 8 sacks. He had 32 hurries, guys. 32 hurries. That's crazy. That's a significant amount of hurries. His pass rush win rate is 22.9%. So that means that almost 1/4 of the time, almost 1/4 of the time when he lines up to rush the passer, he wins a quarter of the time. That's significant. That's significant. Look, he's definitely a talented guy. He could come in and play the role of Dante Fowler. Now let's look at his cons. He says below average get off by NFL standards, not where he wins, middling power player, doesn't show pure bull rush prowess, extremely late breakout, didn't play a full season until his 5th year. So he's a redshirted senior. So he never played a full season until his 5th year.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's not good. That's not what I want to hear. So, and I've heard people talk about his get off. People say that he doesn't get off. ATLGA Faithful, we're on pick number 2. So I heard people talk about his get off. They say he don't get off the line fast. Now, I know there's a lot of homers in here, and a lot of people been talking about Jermaine Johnson. A lot of homers, been talking about Devontae White, right? 6'3", 315. A man's man. He's a man's man. Says that he has the most all-around skill set in the defensive tackle class and can make an impact from day one, right? So let's look at some of his skills. So he wins 13.1% of the time. Now, remember, he's playing D tackle, guys. So that's something we have to consider, right? That's something we have to consider. So since he's playing D tackle, we know he's not going to be getting an exorbitant amount of sacks. He got 4 sacks at D tackle, which is pretty respectable, and 17 hurries from the D tackle position. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. He plays the run well, which is also significant, and that's definitely important since it's one of those cases where we have to consider, guys. It's like we got bullied against the run a lot last year. Now, I know a lot of people said Jermaine Johnson II, he came in the Senior Bowl and he wowed. He legitimately did his thing. Now, he has a 3rd round grade, but I know a lot of people getting naked for him. In high school, he benched 300 pounds at 15.
Is that good?
That's great.
How much did you bench?
At 15?
Yeah.
At 15, I was doing like 240, 250.
I was.
Okay, Coach Roddy. All right.
I was doing like 210, maybe.
210. Oh, okay.
Like
okay. How many plates and everything in 210?
Woo! It's about a couple on each side.
Oh, it is? No, you're wrong. No, a couple on each side is 225. You don't know weight math. Okay.
A couple doesn't literally mean 2.
Oh, okay.
It's
So,
a couple.
so you mean 3?
Several.
More than 2?
Back to the show.
Okay. All right. Okay.
210.
Okay. 210. Okay. Padre said it was 20 pounds. Oh man. So this kid, he's legit. He been strong for a minute. Oh man. Now ATLGA Faithful, he said Draft Network got all these guys going higher in the draft. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that one out. So he had 25 hurries last season. Now, one thing that I'm looking at is, and I don't know, so he had a significant less amount of defensive snaps. He had 189 last season, and he had 736 this season. He got 14 sacks, though. He got 14 sacks. Millie Mills, he asks, is he on the board? Yes, sir. He's on the board. Oh, wait. What you say, Coach Ron? Oh, Coach Ron says 220 was her man. Okay. All right.
Why you say it like that?
So how you
go back to the show. I was just telling you what my math.
Oh, okay. I hear you, Coach Roddy. I hear you. I think Padre's right. ATLGA Faithful says Wyatt or Johnson. He says, I'm a homer, but I think the best value on the board would make the best impact. Okay. Now, somebody also mentioned Travis Jones. Somebody said Travis Jones could be an option as well. Let's see here. I see that he is on the board. Let's see. So in high school, he got 9 sacks, and you don't really see that often because guys who in high school, guys don't get close to double-digit sacks because they don't throw the ball that much. So, oh yeah, and we got to look at it. He's 6'5", 333. That's 3 threes. That's 3 threes, guys. He's 6'5", 333. In the words of my brother, he's a man cub. Thank you, Coach Ronnie. Look, I do want to let y'all know. First of all, I appreciate y'all for chilling out with us. What's in my cup is in my cup. It might be water, it might be moonshine, but if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see it. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Definitely. Ms. Mill said, so it's a no-brainer. You need to go with Johnson. Well, there's a couple of other guys that are on the board that I want to, I just want to introduce y'all to because, I just want y'all to see, what's out there. This kid right here, Chanel, I'm telling you something. This kid right here is legit. He is legit. He's 6'2", 261. What you laughing at, Coach Ron? So nasty. Chanel has a unique skill set that won't be for every scheme. Those that cover the brick wall coming downhill won't find a better option in this class. So a lot of people have been complaining about your boy, Deion Jones. I'm going to tell y'all something. If you want a guy who's not going to get caught up in the wash, I'm going to tell y'all, this kid right here, and y'all know how I always have my favorites in the draft. This kid right here is legitimately legitimate. I'm telling you, he's the truth. He's the truth. So if we look at this right here, he had now he did have 12 missed tackles. I know that y'all might not like that, but he had 44 run stops. 44 run stops. Yeah, so I'm telling y'all, this kid, he's good. He's good. Pass rush grade 91.8. Run defense grade 94.1. So the thing is, guys, like we have to consider, we have to ask ourselves, do we want Johnson or do we want a guy who we can move around and we can bring him off the edge, or we can actually have him set up as one of those 2 middle linebackers, or if we're running that 3-3-5 nickel, we could just have him line up on the edge and they don't know whether or not he's guarding a tight end or a running back or just coming downhill to set that edge and get to that quarterback. So I don't know if y'all know anything about this guy, but the question is, who do y'all think we should take? Now, another thing that I want to mention to you is, I don't know if y'all noticed, but we hadn't even talked about offense yet. we hadn't even talked about offense yet. But I want to know, who do y'all think we should take? Millie Mill says take them both. We could probably get them next. So, I mean, and you're right, we probably could, but is it one of those cases where you want to, take somebody? Because if we try to get that, that defense of that edge player now, y'all talk about spending 3 straight picks on defense? Now, me, myself, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like, yes, defensive players are dogs. You need dogs to play defense, right? You need a dog. Offensive players, I feel like you can get almost anybody off the street.
Off the street?
Yes.
Off the street?
Yes.
Though?
I'll put it to you like this right here. How many times have we seen guys who weren't the fastest, or weren't the strongest or the quickest, but they just had great rapport with quarterbacks, have successful careers and seasons? How many times have we seen that happen? How many times have we seen running backs just understand the scheme and know how to read the blocks and have great chemistry with the offensive line? Right? But if you take a guy who's just average, and try to put him out at linebacker, what's going to happen? Or if you take a guy who's just average and try to put him back at safety or cornerback, what's going to happen? He's going to get his draws burnt off. Because defense is about reacting. Offense, you're commanding what happens. Defense, you're reacting to what happens. So when it comes to the draft, especially this draft, I'm trying to get dogs on the defensive side of the ball. If you want to have any sort of chance to be competitive next season, me myself personally, I'm trying to get dogs on the defensive side of the ball. Right? Another kid that everybody's talking about is Boye Mafi. He showed up at the Senior Bowl, and he balled out. 6'4", 265. And the thing about him, guys, is he don't even really play like he's 6'4", 265. Billy Mills says we actually need 7 straight defensive picks, coach. Goodness gracious, boy. Oh, man. Gator Country says, Coach, defense is all attitude. Remember LT. He was a crazed dog. Oh, man. Professional young boy says, except for Mike Davis. Oh, man. Tony Wright's in here. Much love to you, Tony Wright. How you doing tonight, my family? Definitely. ATLJ Faithful says we need defense, wide receiver, and running back. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Boye Mafi, he's another good option. He has 7 sacks, but in the words of Mike Smith, it's not all about the sacks. A lot of times, hurries are more valuable than sacks are, right? Because it's one of those cases where if you can make a quarterback hurry. I mean, for anybody who's successful doing something in a hurry. I know I'm not. I get flustered. So it's one of those things where, sometimes you just gotta legitimately just pressure that quarterback and then make them make a mistake. Millie Mills, yes, Cameron Thomas, he is still on the board. At edge, he's 6'5", 270. 6'5", 270. That's a perfect guy for Dean P scheme. He has the long arms. He could legitimately set that edge for you. He legitimately set that edge for you. Legitimately get back there. I'm gonna hold you to that, Coach Ron. And then let's see here. So and this is actually a good find here, Millie Mills. He was talking about Cameron Thomas. He has 12 sacks, 44 hurries. 44 hurries. He actually has another good pass rush win percentage at 21%. He could play the run and the pass. So I mean, look, he's definitely a good option. Definitely. Let's see here. Billy Mills says, I don't know, Coach, but yeah, go Johnson, get Cam later. Oh, man, ATLGA Faithfully says, hurries are important, but sacks are just as important. And I agree with you, Coach. How many times are your guys almost there and the quarterback finds open wide receivers for a first down? You're right. You're definitely right about that. I know I used to hate it, and that's why they say that that's why they say defense is all about the team, right? It's a team sport. So it seems like everybody's in ATL GFA for this is PFL. So it seems like everybody is in agreement. Everybody wants Jermaine Johnson. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the thing is that in the NFL draft, we get all sorts of twists and turns, things like that. So the thing about Jermaine Johnson that I don't like is that, if I'm not mistaken, last year was his first year playing a full season. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go with Chanel. I'm gonna go with Chanel with my second pick. I feel like he could be a Swiss Army knife. They compare him to Micah Parsons, and we seen the effect that he had this past season. But you know what? I think I'm gonna wait on him because a lot of people a lot of people ain't checking him like that. So I think I'm gonna wait to get him. Let's go ahead and go with Jermaine Johnson. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and go with Jermaine Johnson. See what we got going on. All right. So moving forward, just looking back at some of the names that were taken. Kenneth Walker went to the Colts. What in the world? They already got a legit running back. So all those guys that we were looking at, that we were thinking that they might get picked up, all of those guys are gone. Devontae Wyatt, he gone. Abedi Keita, he's gone. George Pickens is gone. Wow, that's crazy. Perion Winfrey's gone. Brees Hall is gone. I know Padre don't like that. Oh man. And also, let me Nate Bill, I know that you watching, Brees Hall went to the Bills. I don't know why. Y'all know y'all ain't gonna use them. They just gonna run the ball with Josh Allen. They projected to be a third round pick. That's their running back already. Brees Hall gonna go to be the backup running back. That's what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, great running back, has the college, the NCAA record for yards in 2 seasons, no touchdowns. He could definitely get to the end zone. Big kid too, 6'1", 220. Thing is, he doesn't run his size. He runs a little upright, and he doesn't run like a guy who you would think is as big as he is. Virtual ATL GM, he says Brees Hall is the next AP. He might be. He might be. Virtual ATL GM says, I love this. My boy, Coach Big Lowski, doing it. Yes, sir. You already know, Bo. Oh man. So let's see here. So let's see. So somebody asked, is Cam still there? So Cam, he's gone, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Cam Thomas, he's gone. The Washington Commodores took Cam Thomas. The Washington Commodores took Cam Thomas. So we might be kicking ourselves 3 years from now, be like, dang, why don't we take Cam Thomas? Oh man. So here we are with the 58th pick, right? Now y'all know I always like to look at the trades to see what's available. So Denver at 64, the Patriots at 85, the Titans at 90, and the Saints at 97. I don't want none of those. We need the talent now. We need the talent now. Gator Country says there's only one A. That's right. There's only one AP. Now virtual ATL GM says Darian Beavers at linebacker from Cincinnati. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Darian Beavers. See if he's still up here. I believe he is. Oh, wrong one. Yep, he's still up there. They got him projected to go a little bit later. So he's one of the few true Sams. That's a strong side linebacker at 6'4", 252. And he's meant to go toe-to-toe with tight ends. Okay. So it says that, he has a good pass rush grade. Defensive snaps. Yeah, so it looks like he's in there. Now, I don't know, since they haven't playing that Sam, I don't know if it's one of those situations where, he's legitimately playing playing those passing downs. And I'm pretty sure he's not playing in coverage. You see, they don't even have a coverage grade on here. They got coverage snaps. He did play 325 coverage snaps last season. So I mean, that's definitely a thing. So yeah, he's out there. Now, I don't know if I would take him with his 58th pick, though. That's the thing, coach. That's the thing. Let's see what we got still out here. So Jalen Petrie, he's still out here. Gator Country said the Washington Brick Houses, coach. Oh man. Now I checked out this Brian Asamoah kid. Now, does anybody know, is he related to John Asamoah, the guy who played guard for us for like 2 seasons in Atlanta? If anybody could check up him. Huh?
I said they all have to know each other.
No, I mean, I was just saying, because I know that a lot of times whenever you see a lot of players come to the league, they have the same name. A lot of times they related. A lot of these kids, they came up and, they were just bred to play football. So that's why I was asking. Let's see here. So, so we went cornerback, and then we went with the edge rusher with that second pick, right? Now, I know that a lot of people are thinking, well, dang, Lo, you still hadn't went offense yet. Now, Dirty Bird 08, he says, Travis Jones, build the Great Wall. Oh, man. And, he's out there, and he's definitely looking good. So, it'll be one of those cases where you got Travis Jones, and you got Grady, and, we don't know who's going to be beside him. Grandizer said Travis Jones next to Marlon could be nice to stop the run. And that's definitely something that we need to do, right? Now, the thing is that, if you take a defensive tackle this early in the draft in the second round, he has to be that guy. Because a lot of times defensive tackles, they're not taken until 4th, 5th round, unless they're just legitimately that guy. They're legitimately that dude. It's like whenever I watch him at the Senior Bowl, it's like, yeah, he looked good, but I don't know if it's one of those cases where, he'll be that big difference maker. I don't know if he'll be that Vita Vea. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a big question. Now, I heard some people, they mentioned that big, tall glass of water, Christian Watson.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
A lot of people mentioned Christian Watson, and I need to check and see if he's still on the board, because somebody might have taken him. No, he's still out here. Yeah, you can tell. I'm sure he would be. They got him. They're saying that his average draft position is 138. That can't be correct, because we're at 58 now. So they're saying he's going to go in the 4th round. No, I don't think that's the case. But maybe there's something that they just don't see in him. Let's see here. Man, they ain't even got my guy scouting report. All right, so he had 7 touchdowns. He was targeted 62 times and got 43 receptions for 801 yards. Okay. Wow. 4.3 routes per run. And then a receiving grade of 89.5. Okay. He didn't break too many tackles to be that big. He only had 6 missed tackles. He had 8 deep catches. He only caught 1 pass in the slot. Man, so I know you can't move him around. He had 5 drops. And for a 50-50 ball, he's caught 50% of those passes. Man, that's tough right there. Man, they ain't even giving my guy any kind of analysis. Man.
All that stuff you say sounds sad.
Cause people just be getting caught up in the hype just cause he a big old tall drink of water. Could that be the case, Coach Roddy?
Okay.
What?
Determined to sexualize.
All right. So I tell you what. We got our edge. We got our cornerback in Sauce Gardner. Let's go ahead and shore up. Let's go ahead and shore up this defensive line. Let's go ahead and get Travis Jones. Let's go ahead and do it. All right. So just looking at everybody, Nick Benito, he came off the board. So we got Travis Jones. So now we're at that 72nd pick. Of course, I always like to look at the trades. The Panthers want to trade up. I bet they do. I bet they do. Let's see here. Yeah. Pickens is gone. So you took three straight picks, right? Now, question is, are you trying to go for those offensive players? Now, y'all know what I always say. You got to make sure that you take care of home first, right? You got to make sure that you take care of home first. So whenever I say take care of home first, take care of whoever's closest to the ball first. Virtual ATL GM said no trades. Oh no, I ain't finna give them nothing. Edward Jenkins says, Big Low, I appreciate you mentioning me in the chat. Also a Falcons fan always. He says Molly Mall still bugging. You know Molly Mall always bugging. You already know that. Oh man, I got Big Game Sports Buzz in here chilling out with us tonight. He says, Romeo Dubs is a beast and will be a steal for anyone. Yes. Romeo is a monster. He is a monster. Now, the issue that I have in this particular case is that, and maybe I'm just showing bias because I'm a defense coach, right? I just love defense. I love causing chaos, organized noise. I just love it. But we do got to make sure that we take care of home. So this kid right here, I really like him. Coming out of Memphis, he's small. He is small. Out of Carrollton, Georgia. How about that? Didn't allow any sacks this past season. 1 sack last season. He's 285 though, coach. 285. Now, for his cons, they said he has such a thin frame for guard, unique body type for lineman, struggles absorbing contact with picking up stunts, or trying to make a reach block. Mississippi State was the only Power 5 school on his schedule over the past 2 seasons. Now, Big Game Sports Buzz, he'll tell you himself that it's one of those cases where, one of the main reasons why teams stunt against you is so they could build up some momentum and cause confusion at the same time. So if they could build that momentum and try to get that center or tap or guard going backwards, it's one of those cases where they have a better chance at winning. They definitely have a good chance at winning if he's 285, and that's just a little bit too small for me. He need to put some sand in his pockets. I don't know if I can deal with that. Now, there's some more guys that are deeper in this draft, like Tyler Smith. He's 332. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think they were talking about moving him over to guard. Because he has those plop feet. Oh man. Nabil says, "Hey coach, why don't you answer my question? I'm a student. What was your question, coach?"
He wants to know everybody the Bills drafted, but this is not a Bills draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I know last time they drafted Breece Hall. Yeah, so far they got Breece Hall And then they got in the first round they got Chris Olave, the guy who they're comparing to Calvin Ridley. Yeah, so those are the two guys that they got. Tyler Smith, he's a guy that I'm hearing that they're talking about moving over to guard. Um, let's see here. Let me see his stats. So great run blocker, zone grade, 92.4. He did allow 2 sacks, but you're gonna let some go. But the biggest thing with him is that being 332, is he going to be able to run that zone run blocking scheme? Right? Is he going to be able to run that zone run blocking scheme? Because that's definitely important. Big Game Sports Buzz, he says, yeah, you also different pressure without bringing the blitz as well, and that's true. That's true. Whenever you can bring four, that makes a huge difference. Big Game, he says 6'6" is too tall for a guard. Yeah, I know people they like their guards a little bit more squatty, but that's the talk that I've been hearing about him. But you never know. Yeah, you got no plot feet, coach. Got no plot feet. We still have a few more options on here. Now this kid right here, Luke Fortner, he's also a great option as well. Like Big Game says, he's 6'6", he's 300 pounds. Depends on how bendy he is. You want somebody to kind of squat down and take care of that interior, and you don't want him too tall because they have to throw over him. But he's also an option as well. So, question is, who are the Falcons going to go with their third round? No, I'm sorry, with their third round pick, their fourth pick overall. Man, it's tough for me because y'all know I love defense. Love defense. Let's see here. I just love this kid right here. I think I got to go with Chanel because, like I said, you can move him around that defense. He could play on the inside. He's played on the inside on the that Mike linebacker spot, and like I said, you can move him to the edge, and he could come off. 6'2", 261. That's a good size guy. You definitely can't beat that. Definitely can't beat that. Wait a minute, this kid scored 85 offensive touchdowns in high school. What? That's crazy. Yeah, so I think it's a no brainer. I gotta go with Leo. Brian P was in here. What's going on, man? What in the world, Bo? Hope that you doing good tonight, my family. Definitely. Iron Mike is in here. Much love to you, Mike. Granddaughter says, I'm a Dolphins fan, but the computer usually does not pick what the Dolphins need. Goes with all the Oh, man. Definitely. So here we are in the fourth round, 8th pick. Of course, I like to look at the trades. Wait a minute. So the Seahawks, they want to trade. They're interested in the 110th pick. And they have the 112th pick, 115 for the Browns and 116 for the Ravens. Okay. I wonder what the Seahawks would give up. I wouldn't mind moving 2 spots back. Let's see here. So we're in the 4th round. I wonder if they would give me a third. Think they'd give me a third, Coach Roney, for next season? Huh?
Just for 2 spots?
Just for 2 spots. You think they'll give me a third for next season?
No.
You don't? Let's offer it. See what happens. Yeah, they turned me down.
As they should.
Let's see if we can get 4. They turned me down. They must don't want this pick bad enough. Oh man, they must have ordered bad enough. Let's see here. Nah, I ain't finna try to trade with him no more. I don't like being rejected that much. Oh man, so let me see here. Let's see what we got. So moving forward, I know that we need. I mean, we went defense in four straight picks. So I know that we need a running back. We also need a wide receiver. Damian Pierce is still on the board, right? Um, let's see here. This thing taking so long. 5'10", 215 from Bainbridge, Georgia. Man, you know what they say? You can't trust them boys that's from Georgia that play at Florida. That's what they say. So just because he split time at Florida doesn't mean he's not a bell cow candidate in the NFL. He's a consistent tackle breaker with real deal juice. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. At a 92 with PFF. Now, yards per attempt. That's what I like to look at the most. Yards per attempt. Um, 5.7 yards per attempt, 13 touchdowns. He is a pass catcher, you know. That's one big drawback with Kenneth Walker because people say that he doesn't catch many passes. I don't think he caught more than 10 passes last season. So yeah, I mean that is legitimate, and he has low numbers as far as carries. He had 100 carries last year, 106 the year before that, and 54 in 2019. So that's definitely an option. Definitely an option. Had 9 carries, of 15 or more yards. So he had 100 carries, and almost 10% of those carries were 15 yards or more. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. You look at who he played against. Of course, he played in the SEC. I mean, he got good grades in most of those games. You know, um, yeah. So I mean, I'm not mad at Damian Pierce. Let's see. For his cons, he says middling burst and long speed. Not much of a home run hitter. Okay. Gets too greedy with his cuts at times, and he slipped a handful of runs last year. Okay. Why was he featured more? Never had more than 106 carries in a season. Now his pros, 215, almost pure muscle. He's built like an armored vehicle. Man, he must be related to Big Low Kuntry. So his low center of gravity allows him to stop and cut on dimes. Tough, stiff arm, consistently shrugs off the first man. So it says, what's his role? Timeshare running back. Pierce isn't a limited player by any means, but given his history at Florida, he's likely best suited as a timeshare situation in the NFL. I mean, if we look at it, that's almost everybody in the NFL nowadays, right? Now almost everybody sharing carries. What's going on, Coach Wallace? I see you in here, Coach. Hope that you're doing good. ATLG Faithful, he said Damian Pierce, he's a beast. Now, Coach Bridges, he said, wait a minute now. You can't forget about James Cook. Let's see what Cook's looking like. I know he's a little bit lower on the board. So for everybody that don't know, James Cook is Dalvin Cook's little brother. So he's 5'11", 190 pounds. So he's a mini version of his brother Dalvin. He's a big play waiting to happen when he gets the ball in space. All right. Cons is he's built like a wide receiver. Light lower half that struggles to churn. Not much wiggle in his game despite being undersized. He's a cut and go runner, scat back. Georgia specifically made sure he didn't have to pass protect. Well, I mean, that's not something that we need. We need somebody who could sink their hips and block for Matt Ryan if need be, because Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, we need it. Now, as far as the pros, he's a lightning rod. Can blaze past linebackers, reaches top speed in a hurry, and doesn't seem to lose any when he cuts. Very natural receiver. 1 drop and 68 career passes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, it seems like he would be more of a luxury opposed to being a legitimate bell cow running back. I don't know if that's something that I could take. I would love to have him, but if I had a guy already on the squad, that might be something that I might consider doing. But man, I don't know. Now, there's some other familiar names on here. You got your Zamir Whites. You also have your Zaquandre Whites, Zanova Knight. Yeah, you got a lot of names on here. Let's look at wide receiver position and see who's still on the board. That big old tall drink of water still on the board, Coach Ronnie. Christian Watson. I always wondered, like Sky Moore. Every time I do these mock drafts, he always sits around. He sits around every time. It's like people do not like Sky Walker. He's 5'10", 195. He's a wide receiver out of Central Michigan. Says he's more of a wide receiver type of movement skills. His floor is a quality slot option. Okay. Now I don't know too much about Sky Moore, but I love the name. Oh man, 61% contested catch rate. Now we got to look at the competition too. Now, I just see a bunch of letters in the alphabet down here. The Ball State Cardinal always look cheap to me. I don't know, So we got to look at the level of competition as well. Now Christian Watson, he 50% of his contested catches, he caught those. Sky Moore, he caught 61%. Caught 94 catches last season of 125 targets, 13.7 yards per reception. I mean, he looks legit, based on the numbers. Now we've seen a lot of guys from smaller schools, come in and do their thing. I mean, I'm sorry, he's from Western Michigan. I think I said Central Michigan. So I mean, it's one of those things. Also, you got hold on. I think Coach asked if Wandale was still on the board. He gone, Coach. Now, there's also another option that y'all can consider, and it may be more of a luxury as well. But Calvin Austin III, some people say he's the fastest wide receiver in this draft. Now he's small. I mean, when I say small, he's Superman small. He's 5'9", 162. I'd be scared to put him out there. But they said he runs a legit 4.3, if not sub 4.3. Like they said he could pick him up and put him down with the best of it. Definitely. Now, 74 catches, 1,145 yards, 15 yards per catch. I mean, but look at that contested catch rate, 28%. He it's tough for him to get those big catches because a lot of times he's giving up a half a foot easily, So I mean, that definitely makes a difference. It has to be one of those situations where he has to get behind him. Got to get behind him. Billy Mills says Edelman made a career being small. You're right. He definitely did. But we got to consider too. It's like look at the situation Julian Edelman was in, right? He was in one of those situations where Tom Brady said multiple times Julian Edelman was his guy. So I don't know if it's one of those cases where if Calvin Austin comes to the league, if he'll be Matt Ryan's guy. Coach Ghost Peppers, he said, is Kyron Williams still on the board? Let's take a look here and see if old Kyron's still out here. No, I think he's gone, Coach. I believe he is gone. Yeah, he's gone, Coach. We missed out on him. Marlon Miles says, Big Low, did you draft that tall glass of almond milk yet? You a fool, boy. Definitely. Oh, Smoke Monday. He went to the Saints. Him and Brian Robinson. I love the way Brian Robinson runs the ball too. He runs the ball with authority. Boye Mafi, he went to the Titans. So we got to make a decision. I know that we need a running back. This is assuming that your boy, Concrete Feet, Mike Davis is not going to be on the team, right? I don't think he's going to be on the team. So I'm going to go with Damian Pierce. I'm going to go ahead and take him, get him off the board. Padre, he says, what round are we in now? We are in the 5th round, I believe, Coach. Well, we're in the 4th round. Now we're in the 5th round. Oh man, Alec Lindstrom, he finally got picked up by the Panthers. Okay. All right. So I don't know if Tony Wright's still in the chat. but the right is starting to be on the wall, but Christian Watson, that big old tall drink of water. Oh man, Christian Watson might be the guy to get. Let's see here. Somebody mentioned Bailey Zappi broke a single yards record for 5,940 yards and touchdown passes at 62 in lone year FBS. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Sounds like a guy that the Saints would get. 5,940 yards. This kid almost threw for 6,000 yards, guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. He had the most deep yards in the nation this season. He had the 5th most screen yards. Big time throw rate, tied for 23rd. Man, that's pretty good. Kid looks good. I might need to check him out. Let me know what you think. Deep passing grade, 97.7. Whoa, man. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. That might be the guy that y'all might need to look at to be y'all new quarterback. So let's see here. Billy Mills says, Kennedy Brooks, coach, just check him out. Underrated like a mug. Let's check out Kennedy Brooks and see what we got here. Let's see what we got with old Kennedy Brooks. Hailing from Oklahoma. 5'11", 215. Ooh. That's how I likes my running backs, coach, from about 5'11", just a tad short under 6 foot, 6.4 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. So, I can almost guarantee you one of the biggest reasons why he's not pushed that much is because he sit out, that 2020 season, probably due to COVID. 25 carries, 15 yards or more. Wow. Billy Mills might have found a diamond in the rough. I kind of like my homeboy JB say, like he might have found a diamond in the rock. Man, okay. Missed tackles. He forced 60 missed tackles last season. Now, okay, he caught 9 passes, but he dropped 2 of them. Oh. Oh, that's tough right there, boy. Hey, everybody can't have everything. What? He caught 9 and he dropped 2? He a running back. Man, that's rough right there. I think I would have caught more. That's all I'm saying. He look legit though, coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna check him out. Hey, all you coaches, hey, y'all make sure that y'all check out Kennedy Brooks. Kennedy Brooks. He sounds like a women's WWE wrestler. Kennedy Brooks. Y'all check him out.
You said you would have caught more?
Yeah, I would have caught more passes. What in the world? I didn't know it was coming. Coach Russ just throwing stuff at me, y'all. So you think you would have caught catch? He just threw it at my head. Like, what in the world? You see, you know I got cat-like reflexes.
Reflex is terrible. That guy only dropped 2.
Oh man. You have to change, Coach. I don't know what to do with you. Ghost Pepper says, Tyler Allgaier thinks that's a pretty good pickup. Okay. Let's check out Tyler. See, that's a beautiful thing about this, man, is because I can actually get exposed to, some talent out there that I might not have been legitimately peeping out. Gator Country said that's domestic violence, Coach. That's right. What in the world? Oh man. Said he had an insane forced fumble chase down against Arizona State in 2021. 194 yards and 26 carries with 164 yards after contact. Goodness gracious. Dude's a tank. Oh my good googly goo. Yards per attempt in 2020. Check this out, guys. This guy had 7.6 yards per carry in 2020. What in the world? Who is this kid? 5'11", 220? Goodness. Oh, he played Georgia Southern. He played against Georgia Southern. Hail Southern. Man, 5.9 yards per carry this past season. And see, he caught 28 passes and he only dropped 2, Coach Ronnie. That's a big difference.
That's better than your no catches. It's way better than your 0 catches.
You can't throw stuff up my head.
First of all, I threw it where you could catch it.
I didn't even know you were throwing. I'm trying to do a show and talk to the coaching staff, and you like, catch. Like, what in the world? Let's go. What?
Over 2.
Okay, Coach Ronnie. I didn't go out for a route. Come out of the break.
I'm glad you didn't. You missed it. I was throwing like Ryan out there.
Okay, all right. I hear you. Oh man. But yeah, this kid's legit. I'm definitely going to check him out. I got another assignment for y'all, Coach. Y'all make sure that y'all check out Tyler Allgaier. Check him out. So let's go ahead. So we have a few options that we need to look into. We need to look at an offensive line. We also need to look at wide receiver, right? We got some top-notch talent on the defensive side of the ball. Fortner, out of Kentucky, he played very well. Lined up at center, but like somebody said previously, it was one of those cases where you want your guards and your centers to be a little bit shorter than 6'6". This is one of those cases where his height is kind of holding him back a little bit. But I mean, the numbers don't lie. He played in the SEC against some against the best defenses in the league. You can see here against Georgia, he had an 83.1 lined up against Jordan Davis and Vontae Wyatt. You definitely gotta give him credit. We need to shore up that interior offensive line. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go for Fortner right here. I got to go ahead and make the move. Got to make the move, Coach. Let's see here. So we're in the 5th round, going into the 6th.
They want to recap of who he took so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could definitely recap it. How do I go? Well, I tell you what.
Oh, you're in the 6th?
Yeah, I'm in the 6th. So it'll show up pretty soon. So we shored up that interior that interior offensive line. As far as wide receiver, it ain't looking too good over here. You got Kyle Phillips, Definitely a good wide receiver coming out of UCLA, 5'11", 191 pounds. There have been too many big guys that's coming out of this draft at wide receiver, except for that big old tall glass of water and Christian Watson. It looks like he got taken previously. I think, let's see here. Oh, Lions took Calvin Austin. That's actually a good pickup on their part. The Bills, the Bills got Christian Watson. That big old tall glass of water.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Now, me myself, like, to be honest with you, I hadn't really been focusing on wide receiver too much. I've been thinking that we could get a wide receiver in free agency or multiple wide receivers. Now, this kid right here, Velas Jones, uh, I think that he could be a good option. If he's developed well, he could be he could possibly be a number two guy one day. Um, he doesn't have the overwhelming speed, but he could run every route in the route tree. Um, he only had 3 deep catches. He had 3 drops. He was targeted 81 times. That's how you do it, Coach Ronnie.
Is that how you do
it? Oh man. Coach Ronnie said, I want to talk about everybody else catching skills. What in the world? Oh man. ATLGA Faithful says, is Volson the offensive tackle still out there? Let me look him up for you, Coach. Where? Oh. Looks like he's gone, Coach. I don't think he's out there anymore. We have a few options that's still on the board right now. Now there's one option that I was considering that a lot of people may not know about. Especially, he might open your eyes if we're talking about basketball, but we're talking about football. But this kid right here, he's legitimate as well. Isaiah Thomas, 6'5", 266. He got 8 sacks last year and 21 hurries. He got 29 hurries and 10 sacks the year before that. He's one of those guys. He's been rotational, as you can see. They line him up mostly outside, probably wide 7 or wide 9. They also line him up in that B gap, so that's between that tackle and that guard. He's that guy that can kind of help, bring that offensive line in. And I think that he could also be a very feasible option as well. Hopefully he'll be there for our last pick. We need a wide receiver, so I'm going to go ahead and get one. Somebody's trying to trade for the 6th round. Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Hey, Bill, what y'all trying to give us for that? For that, what, 186 pick?
You're gonna try to get another 3rd round?
I'm going to try to get a 2nd round for it. Now, Dejon Dixon, he's also another option as well. Dejon Dixon, he's 6'4", 220. He's one of those guys, like I said, there's not too many big guys that are out there. Has a contested catch rate of 60%, 8 touchdowns. He only had 3 drops, Coach Ronan. 108 targets. Me and him will probably be around the same page.
In what way?
Catch percentage.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Catch percentage. We'll probably be about the same spot. Cool. So I think I'm gonna go with Dixon. I think that's gonna be my guy. Let's see here. That's gonna be a good option. Padre says, Coach Roney, you're so much nicer to him before you got your ownership stake. She was what she called. Things just changed. It was almost like that Jagged Edge song. You change. What in the world? What's going on? She just throwing random stuff at me. I was sitting here trying
Over
to
3.
over 3.
Over 3.
What? I didn't even know what it just flew past. Y'all see that, D? It just flew past my head. Man, I'm over here trying to do a show, scared for my life. Like, what in the world? Oh man. So now moving forward, we got 2 picks left. So I'm finna go with Isaiah Thomas. You know, feel like he slept on. Really good player. We're finna go with him for that second to the last pick. Got one more pick left. So I know that we feel I would say that center / guard with our center Fortner from um Kentucky. And then moving forward, you know, we took care of the defensive line. I think we overcompensated for the defensive line. I know Zamir White still on the board. The Quandre White still on the board. Let's take a look at Zamir White. I'm pretty sure they don't have any analysis in here for him. But, you know, the world calls him Zamir White. We call him Zeus. 6 foot, 215. Runs like a bowling ball. 161 attempts, 859 yards, 5.3 yards per carry. You know, give him the ball 2 times, he's getting the first down. Can't beat it. Look, I do need y'all to make sure that y'all hit that like button. Also, this is your first time chilling out with us. Make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. I definitely appreciate that. Also, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We get together, we chop it up like this all the time. Definitely. So, yeah, I mean, you know, Zamir White, you know, he's going to be a serviceable running back. I don't know if he's going to be a bell cow, but yeah, he'll be a serviceable running back. Granddaughter said, let's look at OT or OG outside. I'm outside offensive guard or offensive tackle. I mean, you know, you really don't have too much left out there. Not that I'm really interested in. Let's see here, Doug Kramer, 6'2", 305. Ooh. Okay. Ain't looking too bad. I don't like those pass blocking numbers though, but we all know that Pro Football Focus numbers are very iffy. They're very, very iffy. So, you know, we can't really go off of that. I know a lot of times, you know, you'll get people, they'll go ahead and draft their punters, kickers at the end of the draft. Now, look, as far as us, we should be good at kicker as long as we can bring Koo back. Yeah, I know he's a free agent, so you know, yeah, he's a free agent. So hopefully we can bring him back. Ryan Van DeMark, I did a little bit of research on him. Only thing I had with him, I mean, because I don't know if y'all remember, like back at the beginning of Matt Ryan's career, his tackles, they were pretty tall. I don't know if y'all remember. I mean, this guy, he's 6'7", 304. He's getting considered, but you can see here he gave up 6 sacks, 12 hurries against the likes of Wyoming. And I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and downplay the people that he played against. He played against some really good teams. I don't think I would have him protect my quarterback, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's as far as, you know, the last pick, you know, just for, you know, homegrown sake, y'all already know what time it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up Zeus. Go ahead and put him on the board. Definitely. So let's see here. Draft ending on up. Let everybody see the recap of who we took. Granddaughter says Matt Arazia San Diego State. You got to check him out, Coach Lowe. His stock is rising. He can play kicker and punter and like fullback, like one of those throwback players. Oh, talk about like Taysom Hill. He play everything. Oh man. So let's see here. Take a look at these draft picks that we made for the Atlanta Falcons. Why this thing taking so long to load, Coach Ron? What in the world? Take your time. Take your time. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. Let's make love in the summertime. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. What in the world, bro? Hey, Coach Ron, you done threw something at the doggone computer.
Okay.
Next thing you know.
Because you can't catch NFL caliber passes.
What?
Doesn't mean
NFL caliber passes?
Yes.
Okay, Coach Ron. I hear you. I hear you. So, yeah, I can just go down. Just go down the line. So with the first pick, everybody, we took Sauce Gardner. 6'3", 200 and just 200 pounds. Never allowed a touchdown. Allowed 14 yards on 4 targets against Alabama. Definitely top-notch player. I don't know if he would drop down to us, but he was available in this draft. Calvin really says because y'all hit the computer too much.
First of all, my passes landed. I did not hit the computer.
Okay, Coach Ronnie, I hear you.
Whatever.
I hear you. Yeah, so that's who we took with the first pick. Moving forward, we considered trading down because I believe the Ravens and the Eagles offered to trade down with us. Ravens ended up taking Booth. They probably wanted to trade up because they wanted Sauce Gardner, but they got Andrew Booth. If you check out my homeboy, JR on Pound for Pound, he's very high on Booth. He thinks that Booth could be the AJ Terrell of this draft. Booth, Andrew Booth Jr. Yeah, like the kissing booth. What? Oh, okay. You said with an attitude, like there was something on your mind. If you want to kiss me in the kissing booth, Coach Ronnie, just tell me. Jermaine Johnson, the second. What in the world? What you doing?
Far. I saw that one coming.
I didn't see.
Oh my God.
I didn't see nothing coming in the air. I just see this motion right here. I'm trying to protect myself. How about you throw something while I know it's coming? How about that? If you could do that, then we should be good. You gonna throw it?
All right, you ready then?
Yes, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes. That's it.
1 for 4.
1 for 1.
1 for 4.
Coach Roddy, boy, I don't know. I don't know what to say about you. We took Jermaine Johnson with that second pick. It says here that due to how well Johnson performed at the Senior Bowl, he's unlikely to be a non-factor in the league. Moreover, he's one of the best edge setters in the class with 23 run stops and 14 sacks in 2021. It's one of those things where you look at the stats. The only issue that I have is, I know that he didn't get as much playing time beforehand, but in 2019, he had, I would say, a third of the snaps that he had, and he still got almost half the amount of pressures. So, I mean, there could be some validity to what he's able to do. Definitely. Also, moving forward for the second round pick, we ended up getting Travis Jones. Everybody was getting naked for Travis Jones in the comments, So I said, well, let's go ahead and get him. I think they got enamored with his size. He's 6'5", 333, 333 pounds. And it says here he racked up 25 pressures and 21 run stops on the season, and played well at the Senior Bowl. He definitely showed up and showed out at the Senior Bowl. You got to give it to him. And for a lot of people who, talk about big boys, saying big boys can't get, run a lot of snaps, check this out right here. He played 50 plus snaps 9 out of 11 games. So, people talk about Jordan Davis. One thing about Jordan Davis and that SEC championship is obviously that he was winded. He was winded during that game. This man right here is obvious that he could, do it consistently and play a lot of snaps. 50 snaps, that's a lot of snaps for someone who's 300 plus pounds. Moving forward, we went on to take Leo Chenal, 6'2", 261 pounds. One of the best run coverage linebackers in this draft. He's perfect for the Dean P scheme. You can move him all around. I think he's just a legitimate linebacker. If I'm not mistaken, that looks like a death row tattoo on his arm. So he obviously has some sort of edge to him. But we went ahead and took him. Yes.
What's the guy's name?
Leo Chenal. Yeah, Chenal. And I could be pronouncing it wrong, like you pronounce Cordero Patterson.
Okay.
But I definitely like this kid. He's just a legitimate linebacker. He could play in a 3-4 defense, or he could play in a 4-3 defense. Like he could be your Mike all day. Like I could see him being a carbon copy of Brian Urlacher. I don't know if y'all young Thundercats might not remember him, but he could definitely play like Brian Urlacher can. Let's see here. And then moving forward, Damian Pierce, we ended up taking him in the 4th round. Everybody said, hey, coach, you're taking too many defensive players. You need to go ahead and take somebody on offense. So we took Damian Pierce. Wow. 69 yards on only 9 carries with 5 broken tackles versus Georgia. Man, that's legit. He's 5'10", 215. Y'all know that's the size I like my running backs. Like him a little bit under 6 foot. But I still need them to have some size to them. So whenever they go through the box, they can make sure that tackle box is small. They make the cell smaller and then go ahead and do their thing. Wait a minute. It said that he passed Herschel Walker on the GHSA's all-time rushing list. I didn't know that. Man. So Damian Pierce, y'all, from Bainbridge, Georgia. That might be the guy for you. But like I said, y'all know it's hard for me to trust somebody, trust the old Georgia boy that played in Florida. That's tough. That's tough for me to do. Then going into the 5th round, I took Luke Fortner to help up with that interior offensive line. Matt Hennessy's not the guy. I think that you need somebody that's going to be able to kind of hold their ground a little bit better. Matt Hennessy, I think he drinks too much Hennessy before the game or something. Because he's just letting too much go. So I think Fortner could legitimately be a good option for us at that center position. Moving forward, I know that we're going to pick up somebody in free agency. Don't forget that whenever we went to the Super Bowl, Andy Levitre and Chris Chester both were free agents, were the guards for the Falcons. So if you could get the right guys that could fit the right scheme at the right time, I believe it would definitely work. It definitely work. Let's see here. Molly Moss says, Big Low. I bet all y'all draft picks won't start. What?
Oh my God.
What the world?
Such a hater.
What the world? Oh man. So yeah, I went with Luke Fortner. I I'm tired of drafting guys and the offensive line. I don't want to waste that draft capital on offensive linemen anymore. It hasn't been working. Let's just go ahead and get somebody to play 2 or 3 years on the offensive line so we could stop the bleeding for right now. If we could do that, I would be more than happy with that. Then we got Dejon Dixon um, out of Nickel State, 6'4", 200 pounds. Very underrated wide receiver. Um, I wouldn't doubt if the Falcons don't take a wide receiver higher than this. I think I just got caught up in the defensive players wishing I could get all these guys on the team. But I could definitely see them taking a wide receiver sooner than this. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel like and this is only what I would do. I feel like I would legitimately replace or try to fix my offensive woes on the in free agency, opposed to trying to draft for it. You might draft a few pieces, but I would legitimately take my fix those problems in free agency. You could get a DJ Chark, or you could get somebody like that. Coach Ronnie loves, I don't know why. Like she loves DJ Chark for some reason. You could get somebody like DJ Chark to come in and legitimately do better than a rookie wide receiver right now. I got Isaiah Thomas late, I think, with my second to my last pick. He's 6'5", 266. Consistently gets pressure. 21 hurries last season. Well, this past season, 29 hurries the season before that. He had 8 sacks and 10 sacks. Very slept on player. He does need help in the run. Whenever I was watching this film, he got caught up a few times. Sometimes he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. So hopefully that's something that he could do. As far as improving on that, we'll definitely be good to go. And then with the last pick, we took Zamir White out of Georgia, because it was the end of the draft. It was the end of the draft, so I just went ahead and took Zeus, for personal reasons. Oh man, dogs got the natty. But yeah, man, that's my first mock draft. I apologize if it was kind of long-winded. It still ain't let me show it. I apologize if it was kind of long-winded, but look, I definitely enjoyed everybody's input and everything, and I enjoyed everybody for coming on and celebrating this first mock draft with us. Definitely. And Coach Grandizer, he put everything in there of all the players that we took. Definitely, man. Definitely. So, look, I appreciate everybody for coming on. And oh, my bad, Coach Ronnie. Okay, there we go. I appreciate everybody for coming on and chilling out with us tonight. Molly Mom says our New Orleans Breakers football team will be better than y'all's draft picks. Molly Ball, you want to open this can of worms now? You sure you want to do that? Because I heard that the New Orleans Breakers are soft, like St. Charles Street beignets. I don't know. That's it's a kind of, huh? Oh, okay. Granddad says, "Hey, Coach, what about Drew Dahlman? Does he show any promise at being a starting center?" And he definitely could. One thing about this coaching staff is that they're bringing players along slowly. So the Drew Dahlman's, Richie Grant, he didn't get as much playing time last year. Merrick, who went to the Raiders, he got a lot more playing time than Drew Dahlman. I mean, than Richie Grant did. But I think that Arthur Smith and Dean Pease and this coaching staff is just trying to bring players along slowly. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Brian Peoples says Superman chat. That's all. Hey, Superman chat, brother. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Definitely, man. Definitely. Molly Mom says, I love y'all, Big Low and Coach Ronnie. Don't hate on me. Ain't nobody hating on you.
Come in here, main one hate.
Yeah, come
I
here.
love y'all. Don't hate on
Spreading
me.
all that hate. They'll be like, man, you know I love you, Coach. You know I love you. We ain't got nothing but love for you, Molly Mom. We ain't got nothing but love for all of y'all, man. Definitely. So it's that time of the season, where that time of the year where we got to put our prospect hats on. So moving forward, y'all know we're a coaching staff, right? So the same way that everybody did tonight. If you have players that we all need to look into, make sure that you let us know, because there were players in this draft tonight that I didn't know too much about, and I'm definitely going to go back and look at them, right? And this is the benefit of being on a coaching staff, because if we look at guys like, let me see, I'm trying to find his name. Wait a minute. Why the Saints forfeited the draft pick? What in the world? What in the world? The Saints get in trouble for this time?
Cheating again. Cheating, untrustworthy Saints.
Oh man. But like that running back out of Oklahoma, right? Look, I mean, it's one of those things where we got to make sure that we let each other know, we keep our eyes open. The same way Tony Wright told everybody about that big old tall glass of water and Christian Watson. It's one of those cases where there's other players out there that we could definitely consider.
They lost a draft pick for COVID-19 violation.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Man, that's rough. Yeah. I seen those in the 6th round. Molly Mall said, who forfeited the draft pick? Let me go. Yeah, the Saints, they forfeited their 6th round pick due to COVID-19 protocols. Definitely. Tony Wright says, hey, Keller, the salary cap coming up. So your ain'ts, those dirty, shady Cowboys, the Rams, the same with the Buccaneers players can't be re-signed. Hey, man, look, it's going to be tough. Calvin Ridley says, I may be young, but I'm ready. What's going on? Like, what kind of conversation? What's going on here, Coach? I may be young, but I'm ready. Oh, shoot. Set the scene. 3,000 degrees. I ain't worried about no open guns over there, but they worry about me. Oh, man. Yeah, man, I'm hoping that the NFC is ours, man. I definitely do. Bubba Gump said the Aints, that they forfeited their 1st round pick because Kevin James stole Goodell's box of donuts. Oh, man. Y'all crazy. Calvin really said Big Low, 3,000. That's it. Big Low, 3,000. That's my second rap name. 2 Pearls. Big Low, 3,000. Might call me 2 Pearls, 3,000.
Oh.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, man. So it's like I said, if y'all have anybody who I need to check out, like Tyler Allgeier, the guy from BYU, y'all make sure that you let me know, because as far as as far as talent, there's a lot of talent out there that a lot of people don't know about. Coach Tony Wright says, hey, Lo, if we don't draft Christian Watson, San Francisco is going to snatch him up as he's played with the new Niners quarterback, Trey Lance, in college. I mean, you never know. I mean, if they do, who's to say that it's that it will work? But I've been tell you something though, Coach Tony Wright. I think you're getting naked for Christian Watson. I think you get naked, Coach. I think you get thirsty for that big old tall glass of water, Coach. Oh man. Calvin really said San Francisco finna snatch me up instead. Okay. I hear you. good luck with that. You know, if you didn't get along with Matt Ryan, you doggone sure enough ain't finna get along with old Kyle Shanahan. Edward Jenkins says, when the next time you going live, coach? So we normally try to go live on Wednesday and Saturday nights. We didn't get a chance to go live this last weekend because we just had too many things going on. And I figured y'all probably watching that great slam dunk contest anyway. Probably couldn't get away from your seats to, leave that slam dunk contest. But yeah, it's definitely we definitely try to do it on. Oh, well, yeah. So this Saturday, I'm not going to be live because, I actually have to. I got the Hawks game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I got the Hawks game. ATLG Fate was said, check out Watson film. He's a playmaker all day. Tony Wright says, Halo Watson is going to come in and tear up the NFL. Look at the film. Okay. I hear you, coach. I hear you. I definitely hear you. We'll see. You never know. Hopefully he does well. And if he does well, hopefully it's for the Falcons. I'm hoping that that's the case. I ain't finna get naked for him now, but look at ATLGA Faithful, y'all. He said that he actually put some names in the chat. Also, ATLGA Faithful, he did a mock draft himself. So y'all make sure that y'all check him out. His mock draft. Y'all make sure that y'all check it out on his channel. He does very good mock drafts, so y'all check him out. Molly Miles says, Big Low, you're going to watch your Hawks. Wait, hold on now. Hold on. Molly Miles. So you need to stop spreading that hate, Molly Miles. We were doing good. You come in here just spewing hate all over the place. Hopefully we get that W, my brother. Hopefully we get that W. Tony Wright says, Low, what you think about us trading Calvin Ridley to the Giants for their last year's first round pick, Kadarius Toney? I don't know, because I heard that he actually had some behavior issues. So I don't know if I want that. That's that'll be, to a certain extent, that'll be out of 6 or a half dozen. You'll be you'll be dealing with the same thing. So, but yeah, man. Yeah. But shoot, man, I definitely appreciate everybody for coming on and chilling out with us tonight. I hope that y'all are having a safe and productive week. I need y'all to stay safe. Please don't do anything that I would do. And like I said, y'all, remember, we're in the thick of it right now. We're into prospecting. We're looking at players. So as a coaching staff, let's come together, and moving forward, we'll try to see what we could do to make this team the best that we can make it. Y'all take care, man. Y'all be easy. We ready.